Derek, Boyko on the left-hand side. This is a deck list similar to the one that Jerry T was advocating right upon the release of Return to Ravnica. His creature base is Blood Artist, Bloodthorn Vampire, Diregraph Ghoul, Dredge Mangler, Drawless Messenger, Gravecrawler, and Lawless Troll.
Yes.
He has Killing Wave for the Mondo combo with Blood Artist, Sign in Blood, Tragic Slip, Rancor, and Ultimate Price.
Okay, so a pretty standard list. And then, of course, your normal lands. I think he has 22 there. Looking here at Adam Ruprecht's blue-white flash deck, taking basically the Prozac shell. Nothing really, that we haven't seen here. He has a second Sphinx's Revelation that Adam wrote that he wanted after topping the tournament. Only 3 on summons, which I think is commonplace now. There's only 1 Syncopate here. Everything else is your normal shell. You are going to find one card that I know Adam heavily disagrees with here, that some people have asked him about, which is an Azorius Guildgate.
Okay.
Adam basically said the one time it comes into play tapped, where you need it to be untapped, that's it.
Sure.
I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
And Adam has also added 2 Cavern of Souls main deck as a hedge against other blue-white flash decks, of course. But other than that, this is a very standard main deck here. When we get to the sideboard games, we will talk about some of the more unconventional choices here for Adam. But you wanted a Barn Burner, a Firestorm, and we're going to get one.
So why do you think that Talrun is not featured in these decks? It seems like a pretty good time. In the same way I was saying, Bloodline Keeper seems good to me now because of Thrytusk clogging up the ground. It seems like Talrun could have a home in these sort of decks.
Well, it's interesting because like this deck, the way that this deck is, of course, is built is it doesn't want to ever tap mana on, on its own turn, except for like Augur of Bolas. And so it makes sense to me why they would not want Talrun, but at the same time, it also makes sense to me why they would want Talrun with this many blue instants in the deck.
Yep.
Like, you can just kind of go off with it, for lack of a better term. As we see a turn 1 Gravecrawler here from Derek, I believe both players kept 7.
Yep. I like a Dredge Mangler quite a bit.
Yeah, the old Dredge Mangler is it is aggressively cost. It is definitely your speed, and it has a little upside if he dies finally.
Shades of Sprouting Thranex from seasons long past.
Oh, this is the one.
The Knucklehead Brigade. Another second Gravecrawler and Diregraph Ghoul.
That's a good name for that. I remember the Knucklehead Brigade from formats past.
Yes.
Where it was crucial for the zombie deck to be doing that, as we're going to see an unsummon here from Adam in the end step, kind of stem the tide a little bit. Pretty important that he has Augur of Bolas this turn.
Yep.
So we're going to see a Cavern of Souls. We'll get confirmation on what that is naming in a moment, but does he have it? Oh, yes, he does.
Okay.
Very important.
Big, yep. It's a big one. We're going to find a Thought Scour.
And Cavern of Souls is naming Wizard at home. We do know that Adam has a Plains in his hand as well, so if Restoration Angel does get drawn...
I believe that was just a Dread Mangler.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I'll shove them all with the other Gravecrawler in play for sure.
Yeah.
You can actually get them back.
Oh, well, Dread Mangler is a zombie as well, my friend.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, it overlaps quite well.
Tribal synergies.
Yeah. It's a heck of a card.
Yeah.
They'll print anything. It's a plant zombie. Patrick, you guys can't see, currently fanning himself down. Can't believe what he just found out.
All right. Another Augur. Finds an Azorius Charm.
So this is going to be the test, right, of like what this blue-white flash deck can do, because we know that the deck, preys on Thragtusk decks, but can actually beat an aggressive deck. Things have quote-unquote slipped through the cracks here.
Yeah, and it's especially this game with Adam on the draw and Derek's start being incredible.
Yeah,
this would be a pretty awesome win.
So we're going to see
ZRTiste.
Yeah, Sir Artiste. I would call a safe attack.
Yeah, this is hard for this to go too badly. So that's going to be a 4 spot, taking Adam down to 9. Derek's going to gain 1 off the Blood Arts trigger. And he's back.
Now, how do you feel there, just very quickly, of him returning Gravecrawler versus playing a Diregraph Ghoul from his hand that would come into play tapped?
I don't know. I think it's fine there because Adam's in a position next turn where he could probably just double block his Augurs on the 2/1 anyway and not block the Dread Mangler. Like, he's not in that spot yet.
Okay.
So you might as well just cast your free spell if it's if it doesn't make any appreciable difference on how his attacks look this turn.
Okay.
Because he's not in a spot yet where he has to chump block the Mangler, so he would just double block the Diregraph Ghoul this turn if that was in play instead.
Okay, gotcha. As we are going to see some mana tapped here by Derek. He did draw Sign in Blood this turn. He's considering, am I going to do that, or am I just going to, start the Gravecrawler Brigade along with the...
I would just want a Gravecrawler here, to be honest. I mean, it's a little awkward. He knows about Azorius Charm, so that also influences how he's gonna proceed here.
And this is something that we talked about a little bit earlier. This is the part of the game where Adam has 4 mana up. The entire deck is instant speed. This is where you have to think things through. We're going to see a Restoration Angel here.
Yeah, this is Shades of the Fairies play pattern. There's a million different things, and they're all pretty ruinous, and it's hard to figure out exactly how you're supposed to proceed.
So we see Adam flash in an Augur of flash in a Restoration Angel, blink the Augur of Bolas, miss with the trigger. So now we're going to see some blocking here. And this is where Blood Artist is going to get its value.
Yep. And this combat right here is a pretty good demonstration of why playing Gravecrawler last turn was better than Diregraph Ghoul, because it would not have helped his combat this turn.
You see Adam make a double block there just to kind of play around. I'm not entirely sure what he was attempting to play around there by blocking with the Augur of Bolas as well. But just wanted to be safe from, I guess, on summon or something of that nature. I'm not entirely sure.
Giant Growth?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure the reason for the block there with the Augur Bolas, not Augur Bolas being in the graveyard. I'm sure he did have a reason.
Yeah.
But now we see multiple Gravecrawlers hit play along with Blood Artist, and Blood Artist sitting there basically, as we have seen before in formats past, as an enchantment more than a creature.
Yeah. And no gut shot to get the blue-white deck out of this one.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to figure something else out here.
It's something kind of embarrassing, which is unsummon.
Yep. All right, well, just chump attack every turn until Adam dies, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep, do this again.
In with the Knuckleheads.
Yeah, they're back. Did all my guys die in combat and none of yours? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No bake.
The blue and a white here. Cavern, of course, naming Wizard, so Snapcaster Mage can be used. We're going to see an unsummon on the Blood Artist.
Okay. I mean, it is... Derek is choked on mana, so...
Now
this clears out. If we don't have a... Well, we know we have Diregraph Ghoul in hand, so I guess we're probably just going to play Artist Diregraph Ghoul.
He can play Artist Diregraph Ghoul, or he can alternatively just go, Diregraph Ghoul, bring back my zombies, and then play Artist
The following turn. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better.
I mean, again, that is a risk, though, because it opens up your counter spell. Yeah. And so we see Gravecrawlers come back. I personally, now he plays another Gravecrawler. He plays a Gravecrawler from his hand instead of Diregraph Ghoul. Again, it doesn't seem like there's much of a difference, but, would you have played the Gravecrawler there from your hand to get the Gravecrawlers back, or would you play Diregraph Ghoul there?
I would have played Gravecrawler out of the graveyard, probably.
Well, he had to restart the chain.
Oh, sure.
So he had 3 Gravecrawlers in the graveyard, and then 1 Gravecrawler in his hand and 2 Diregraph Ghouls in his hand.
I think I would still err on the side of... probably err on the side still of just casting the Gravecrawlers.
Okay.
It's close, but...
I guess Gravecrawler just makes it so that you can as we've been saying, chump attack.
So last turn inside of that combat where the Blood Artist got unsummoned, Azorius Charm was used for lifelink. So not only did Derek get ruined in combat, but Adam was able to get himself up to a much healthier life total.
One of the underused forms of that card.
Yes.
Lifelink, and actually being quite relevant in this particular game. And so now it feels like kind of like the race is on.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to see a Geralf's Messenger put on the stack by Derek. Derek saying, is this resolved? And Adam says, yeah. Certainly
if he was planning on not attacking, if Adam did nothing, then it would be much better to play Diregraph Ghoul.
Yeah. As we're going to see a Restoration Angel here blinking the Augur of Bolas. Not sure if we are in the attack step right now. Maybe Derek said declare attackers, and we're having this occur.
I'm pretty sure Derek passed the turn.
Okay.
Because it seemed like he was already on the... It seemed like he was already assuming that Restoration Angel was at the ready, so...
Now, Adam, you just saw him reveal an Essence Scatter off of the Blinked Augur of Bolas. He also has an Azorius Charm in his hand, so again, he can kind of make that play of bashing in, giving his guys lifelink, and try to win this race.
I mean, he's got Derek on a 3-turn clock with the 2 Restoration Angels.
Looks happy to come in. We're going to see it again.
So that's going to shift it from 12 to Derek to 16 for Adam.
Adam just passes back, and I don't want to say comfortable, but a lot better spot than he was in 2 turns ago.
Yeah. I mean, Derek really needs to find just a kill spell here. That's the big thing. I mean, I assume a Blood Artist is going to eat an Essence Scatter here. Although, yeah, I guess it's got. I assume it's got to be better than anything else Derek could really muster.
Well, Derek's hand right now, he has a Sign in Blood. He has a Blood Artist, and then he has 1-drop zombies in his hand. He has 2 Gyrograph Ghouls. He also has a Gravecaller in his graveyard. So you're basically to the point now of, you know, how do I want to go about trying to win this game? Do I just want to keep dropping doofuses into play as fast as I can?
All right, it's going to drop Adam to 9.
Because to me, Pat, it feels like the Blood Artist game, the Blood Artist part of the game feels like it's over now.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's no. I mean, Adam's on a different plan here now.
Boop.
And again, Derek going down this path because he knows about Remove Soul, so he's just trying, or Essence Scatter rather, but Remove Soul.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to play in such a way that Adam can't really efficiently use that card.
As we're going to see a think twice here from Adam on the end step. Adam, as most of these deck lists do, does have 2 Runechanter's Pike. I'm not sure if Pike is lethal at this point. I don't know if it's +6, but he's going to have to do something here to turn this around.
Yeah, I mean, he can't really hold back on D because you can't really attrition away this Gravecrawler squad. So he sort of, I mean, his plan has to be just attack with my 2 Restoration Angels, try to hold down the 4 for one last turn, and win from there.
While still also, I guess Blood Artist doesn't matter as much now, so he doesn't have to really worry about casting Blood Artist anymore on Derek's side.
Yep. And he can't, like, it's tough for him to hold 1 Restoration Angel back and try to block because he needs to just crack twice, basically.
Yeah, if he holds one back, it just ruins his entire plan, really.
This has to be another Azorius Charm, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
It's a gain 7, taking Adam up to 16, and Derek down to 5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's attack for 13. And so Adam can still represent Counterspell mana. He's still representing Counterspell mana. As we see Derek draw a Drolf's Messenger for the turn.
Yeah, but again, that's not even a. He can't even start the turn there because he's aware of the Essence Scatter. I believe Adam also flashed a Syncopate in his hand, and if that's the case, then he has everything covered.
Yep.
And he doesn't really want to start the turn with Sign in Blood, because Sign in Blood means that both angels are lethal next turn.
Yep.
So he can't even find, ultimate price off of a Sign in Blood and stabilize that way.
It looks like, oddly enough, with how great Derek started is, I mean, is the reason he lost here just because he didn't draw any additional lands? I mean, he drew all spells.
Yeah, he was a little choked on action, and as awesome as Gravecrawler is, it's not overwhelming in games where you're choked on mana.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, you would have just been casting some other spell instead.
As we're going to see an attack here with all of the zombies, much like a zombie movie. They're just all getting in there.
I mean, I had to assume we're just taking this hit, right? Leaving up our counter spells.
We're going to see a Restoration Angel. Interesting. See if this is going to come back to hurt him at all. Augur Bolas ends up missing. Adam considering his blocks.
Not willing to commit the Restoration Angel. Just put the Augur in front of the Diregraph. Cool. I assume that he blocked this way to prevent any theoretical morbid triggers from Derek's deck.
Sure, Tragic Slips. Maybe.
Yeah.
If those are all in his hand. Yep.
All right.
That looks like it's going to do it. So,
An
Adam
impressive,
Ruprecht
very impressive win.
up a game after what I think you could easily say is the best start that the Zombies deck can provide.
Yeah.
Just having 3 2-power guys by turn 2
Yep.
on the play. And, I mean, it was very important for Adam to have Augur Bolas, but, I mean, he had it and then he just came back.
Yeah, no, that was an impressive display. Adam was on the back foot that whole game. There was Blow Artist available in a spot where it looked like Derek could just close out the game by chump attacking. But the combination of, Restoration in Angel's Body, some well-timed Azorius Charms for lifelink. I mean, how much did he gain off that game off the Azorius Charms? I mean,
6,
20.
12, I mean, at least 18.
Yeah.
It feels like 20.
Yeah.
So a very, very impressive win there, game 1 for Adam Ruprecht. You have Derek's deck list in front of you. You are a Zombies kind of guy. Sideboard-wise, anything going on over there?
I like me a Vampire Nighthawk.
Okay.
I like a Vampire Nighthawk quite a bit. I am not really enamored with the rest of the sideboard in this matchup. Appetite for Brains is much, much worse here than it is against the blue-white-green double decks because there's no Thragtusk. No, this deck Adam's deck does not have a ton of force.
How do you feel about Deathrite Shaman here as a way to kind of make Snapcaster a little bit worse? He can activate both sides of it.
Yeah, it's likely you want to hear in any deck with Thought Scour in it. You know what I mean? It's like it probably matches up pretty well there as well.
Okay, just kind of look at cards that he may be able to potentially sideboard out. Bloodthorn Vampire, maybe it's a little bit worse here. Who knows?
Bloodthorn Vampire is a little rough against the unsummoned deck, but it's also a creature that can attack effectively into Augur Bolas too, which is an issue that this deck has. I feel like Blood Artist and Bloodthorn Vampire together are a little rough for the against the blue-white unsummoned deck. It's just it's hard to cobble together all the pieces and then have it not get blown up by Azorius Charm or unsummon. So I have to assume some part of that package is going to leave the deck.
Okay. Looking on this side of Adam Ruprecht's sideboard, I said there were some interesting cards in his sideboard, one of them being Seraph of Dawn. 3 copies of that in his sideboard. The deck doesn't have a ton of white mana in it, but Cavernous Souls, there are 2 of those to help facilitate that. Naming Angel, also works well with Restoration Angel. He also has 2 copies of Righteous Blow in his sideboard, a Saving Grasp that he could consider boarding in, and then 3 Supreme Verdicts, which Wrath is typically not great against a Zombies deck.
Against the Blood Artist, Lawless Troll, Gravecaller, Messenger deck, I would probably not touch it.
Now, it's kind of weird because, he's playing against a creature deck, and, creature deck, Supreme Verdicts, that supposed to bring that in, right?
Creature, Wrath of God, historically good against creatures.
Yeah, so is he going to automatically board these in right now, or no?
Adam, I don't know. Adam played that last game really solidly. I assume that he would deduce that they're not good here. Or at least, that's my supposition, is that they're not good here. It's possible they are, but...
okay.
Whatever is correct, I believe Adam is likely to know.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. And Adam he's a player that we covered actually in Portland.
Yes.
He was in the finals of the Legacy Open, where he ended up losing to Death and Taxes. And was one of the better matches that we covered on that particular weekend, but he was the runner-up that weekend.
Yeah, he was playing Esper Blade.
Yes.
So, an aficionado of the blue decks.
A fan of Tundra, or Glacial Fortress, or Hallowed Fountain.
Or Azorius Guildgate, as it turns out.
Also one of those. Anything
Sure.
that taps for a blue and a white. So we're going to see Derek on the play here, which is obviously where this deck wants to be, but it didn't work out for him very well last time.
Yeah. Although the real big thing, I think if Derek has an issue in this matchup, is he just does not have a lot of ways to kill Restoration Angel. the size of its body and the way that it influences combat is really difficult for the zombies deck, even if he's not blinking anything especially good.
Sure.
And so that element's problematic. If I were in Derek's position, I would feel very confident in this matchup if I could side into 4 copies of Ultimate Price, just a flat, like, kill spell that actually works.
Yeah, something that just always takes care of it.
Yeah.
And also scales up nicely with all of the creatures. You can kill all of them.
Yeah. Even murder or something, something like that.
As we're going to see Derek take a mulligan down to 6 cards now. Adam is going to be keeping a 7 while flowing through his hair.
Yes.
It's a beautiful mane. Rivaled only by Billy Moreno's hair. Whose is nicer?
Billy has more of a just gotten out of bed look to him, so if that's your thing.
They call that the Ted Mosby.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Casually cool, I think is the term for that. Okay. So. Billy Moreno, R&D member alongside of us.
He's not
some of the action.
See Derek taking a look now at his 6-heart hand, considering going to 5. He said, no, I'm keeping. Let's go.
All right, a Gravecrawler. Looks like he's got another Gravecrawler ready. So this could be another good augur. See, Azorius Gilgate, no harm done.
Yeah.
In play tapped. Mana's fixed.
We're going to see another Gravecrawler here. We're going to see an Overgrown Tomb from Derek. So
I think he's got
an aggressive start again.
He's got 3 lands in his hand, though. So.
Okay. So that's what he was thinking about.
So Augur's just going to shut this nonsense down if he has it.
Ooh,
all right, we got a game.
We see the Ultimate Price.
That is the Ultimate Price. Yes.
So Adam is going to go down to 14. We're going to see another Overgrown Tomb and just a pass. And Adam is going to think once.
Twice.
Three times the lady.
Legacy Challenge players, your pairings for round 4 going up. Legacy Challenge players, your pairings for round 4 going up.
We're just going to see a Glacial Fortress and just a pass back.
That was a Golgari Charm, I believe.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's necessarily anticipated that, but I do believe the next time that Adam's in the booth, he will want to contemplate longer shorts. Whoa! All right.
So we see Seraph of Dawn
taken out by a Ultimate Price and a Troll off the top.
Adam, at 6, it's one of those situations where Supreme Verdict would actually be relatively good.
Yeah, it's about as good. Well, no, because I think it would just get Golgari Charmed and then killed.
Verdict, can you...
Supreme Verdict just can't be countered, right?
Okay, so you can't regenerate off it. All right,
yeah.
my fault.
All right, we're going to see a Thought Scour digging. 2 copies of Restoration Angel, very nice. And a Pike.
Runeshanter's Pike.
Not awesome here.
So, I mean, this feels like an Azorius Charm to me, just to buy some time, as we see an attack come across for a lethal attack. Adam shrugs his shoulders. All right.
Falling to 2.
And we'll see another Atlas Troll.
Yep.
And let's hit me with your best shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what there is in Adam's deck to get out of this spot. I don't even know. I mean, this has to be like Snapcaster Unsummoned plus another Azorius, some weird sequence like that, right?
Yeah, there has. My silence is because I'm trying to think of a sequence of events that could occur, and it's not dawning on me.
And cards that Adam would have already played.
Yeah.
I would just attack.
Yeah, no reason to get creative here. I'm in.
I mean, I guess you could have Restoration Angel Azorius Charm is also okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't do it either because one guy just gets through. So, Derek Boyko on a relatively good hand, good 6-card mulligan, 2 Gravecrawlers, 4 lands, but good enough.
So, how do you feel about so far how the Chinese fortune is breaking down for us?
And that again was a thrilling time is in your immediate future.
I feel like we passed the test.
Yes, we are there. we couldn't be closer to there.
So do you think there's any different sideboarding that gets done here with Derek on the draw?
I don't really think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he's just gonna kind of keep things the same. I don't really know. I'm trying to get an idea of what he may have sideboarded out in this matchup. I mean, maybe Tragic Slip left, because like those are hard to turn on for him.
Yes.
And so he brought in Golgari Charms, potentially the Vampire Nighthawk, potentially Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah. Well, he definitely brought in Golgari Charm. And that game was also sort of a demonstration of the potential issue with the blue-white deck. A lot of its cards are only powerful when you're ahead, and there's only 12 creatures, 8 of which are not particularly good at getting you ahead.
Sure.
Like Adam just sort of fumbled around once he got on the back foot and could never. You know, the old Delver deck had this issue as well. Like once it was on the back foot, a lot of its reactive elements became a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like Vapor Snag is very good at leveraging your advantage. It's less good at defending yourself. This is not quite the same type of deck as the Delver deck, but it's in the same space. And it was just very hard for Adam to get any traction in the game without a creature to do blocking, have a target for his Runechanter's Pike, and to get fancy with Restoration Angel.
And the one creature that he did need to kind of stave off elimination there, which was Seraph of Dawn, got ultimate priced, and then that was pretty much it.
Yes.
So, as we see both players shuffling up here for Game 3. Adam's going to be on the play, which is where he wants to be in this particular matchup. I mean, the play is just so important in Standard right now.
Yeah. No, I mean it's well, I think it's less important certainly than it was in like Mana League defined formats. But of course, just getting on the front foot when you have all these 4s and 5s and 6s in your deck that are provide tremendous value. I mean that's obviously significant. I can't think of a Standard format where that wasn't the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because either you're either dying quickly and then going first matters a lot, or you're dying slowly and then leveraging, like getting ahead on the board and protecting what you're doing becomes a significant thing. So certainly this is not as bad as Standard formats that I played with Rashadenport, for example, where going first was a pretty big deal.
My favorite card. My favorite land.
All right, both players look like they're keeping 7.
All right. Island go. Ooh, no 1-drop.
What do you think about the lack of Rakdos Cackler in Derek's list?
A little bit interesting, honestly. Not he only has 8 2-power 1-drops, right?
Yep.
I think I'm okay with it, as we are going to see a Augur Bolus reveal Purify the Grave.
Ooh.
Which is going to be able to take out Gravecrawlers that die, among other things, which is kind of interesting, including Dross Messengers, as we see a lot with Troll.
Yep.
I really like the build of Derek's deck. It seems like he issued Rakdos Cackler for Blood Artist or Bloodthorn Vampire, that package.
Yeah.
Maybe the Killing Wave as well. I think I'm okay with that, as we're going to see a main phase think twice here from Adam.
I assume we're looking for a 3rd land, if that's the case.
Maybe that.
Yeah,
oh,
we
boy.
are.
Not good. Now Derek is even going to have a small window to possibly discard, like a Gravecrawler and put it back into play.
Yeah, I mean,
Troll.
Yep. I mean, it's pretty hard. I think he needs to have this Troll push through this Augur if possible, but it's very hard to move all in on your Troll against the unsummoned Azorius Charm deck.
Now he's just sending in with the Troll here, so he's saying, okay, like I have a creature. Do you believe me? And
I mean, the answer better be yes.
I mean, Derek has one.
We've got this far.
Derek has one, but it doesn't look like he has one that he actually wants to discard,
okay,
which is a Dreadmangler. Okay.
And Derek's flooded out a little bit, so we actually might see some scavenge action this game.
He may. We may
I mean, his
also see
hand's
that.
3 lands at least.
Oh yeah, there's at least 3 lands. We may also see a little Purify the Grave action on that Dread Mangler. So hold the phone.
It's a plant zombie. That doesn't make much sense.
Makes sense to me.
Zombies, Shamble, and plants do not. So that is weird. But,
excuse me, Flavor Judge?
Yeah, we need a Flavor Judge. DQ this Dredge Mangler guy. Because he has violated the world of Ravnica with his nonsensical design.
As we see a Blood Artist drawn for Derek. Pretty unimpressive right now. Adam just says, all right, no effects.
Got to shove in first to see if there's Azorius Charm before going about the rest of your turn.
It looks like the last 2 cards, as we're going to see Think Twice get flashback, is he has the 2 Swamps, of course, and he has Blood Artist, and it looks like Ultimate Price.
Yep. Ultimate Price is very important here.
Yes. Any Seraph of Dawn shenanigans are going to go by the wayside.
Yep. Yeah, Derek, pretty fortunate to have one of his 2 Ultimate Prices again because they seem so important for the way this matchup is going to play.
Interesting, just how good A, Ultimate Price has been against Adam's deck, but B, just how good Seraph of Dawn would have been, or could have been in both of these games. Just the way that it holds off these zombies is just, it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
I think Adam doesn't want to take this bolt off of, or the shock off of the Hallow Fountain, but he pulls the triggers, falling to 9.
It looks like we're going to see Purify the Grave on the Scavenge creature. And he's just going to pass back.
Sign in Blood's a very good draw here.
So here's a question. Sign in Blood yourself or save it for Adam?
With him at 9 and you having 2/3 power threats, I think it's correct to target yourself.
Okay. Dross Messenger, Overgrown Tomb are the cards drawn there.
I mean, Cavern plus Messenger is awesome here too.
Sure. I think we're going to go to the attack step. Yes, we are. And we are going to see, it looks like an Unsummon is what we're going to see here. We do see Unsummon targeting Lotless Troll. That resolves. Are we going to see an Azorius Charm? No, we're going to see...
he's falling to 6.
We're going to see Adam fall to 6, and we're going to see a Dross Messenger post-combat. I believe. And there it is. And that's going to drop Adam down to 4.
Yeah, he's in some serious, goes without saying, in some serious trouble.
Now we're going to see Supreme Verdict.
Okay.
See, so he plays Supreme Verdict.
Yep, trigger on the Messenger.
Undying trigger on the stack, remove the Dross Messenger. So Adam is sitting pretty at 4.
Even still, that's about as good as you could hope Supreme Verdict would be, and it was still pretty mopey.
Yeah, it took 2 cards for it to be good.
Yeah.
It took Supreme Verdict and the flashback on Purify the Grave. Because we're going to see Lotless Troll plus Rancor.
Dredge Mangler still in the graveyard.
Yeah, still there to be used. So we see in Derek's hand, he has a Tragic Slip, he has a land, he has a Mystery card. Adam's hand, can't get a good look at. Well, he's definitely giving himself the best chance to win as we see Glacial Fortress get played. Let's see.
A Pike?
Enchanter's Pike. This reeks of Azorius Charm to me.
Yeah, but that's a. I mean, the problem now is like Adam is at lethal from this attack, so Derek doesn't even have to think about it. The ball's in his court. He just gets to attack, and then we just see what happens.
Yeah.
He gets to react to all of Adam's plays. All right, let's see what you have.
We're gonna see Azorius Charm. Rancor is going to come back. Or is it? Purify the Grave.
Boom.
Purify the Grave looking very good. Looking really, really good. So we see a Gravecrawler here played in the second main phase.
Yeah, no rest in peace because obviously his deck is quite graveyard oriented. All right, looks like we're mangling.
Yep, we're going to go scavenging. And Adam had the chance to remove that and did not. It's not facing lethal again.
Yep.
And that may have been a mistake. We're not entirely sure. We will find out.
Yep. And then we're looking at a hand of ultimate price plus
Tragic Slip. So Derek is still, he's sitting quite well right now.
Yep. It's possible if he's on, if he needs a removal, like a Wrath anyway, that he needs to save the Purify for the Gravecrawler. And if he draws a creature, he can pike it and still hold off. So it's possible that like the pumping doesn't matter too much.
Sure, sure. So we're going to see Snapcaster Mage. So he's targeting Unsummon on the Gravecrawler. All right.
Yep.
We're going to see it enchanted by Runechanter's Pike. Adam again putting up one heck of a fight this game.
Yeah, I mean he's swimming upstream the whole time here. I mean.
Yes.
That's a troll.
It's a Gravecrawler.
I would just slip that Snapcaster. I think I wouldn't get fancy here.
Yeah, openers. I mean, he does have two removal. He does have two removal spells, but I mean, why let one or potentially two get countered?
Yep.
Also, this turns on Restoration Angel now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess killing it right now turns on a Moorland Haunt that otherwise isn't. Oh no, because he has the Augur in his graveyard anyway, so it doesn't even influence.
What are we gonna see here? We're gonna see Seraph of Dawn. You see ultimate price on Seraph of Dawn. Okay.
I would just
no reason to cast that. It can be syncopated. Adam only does have one card in his hand. That goes down too. Here I come. That's
there it is.
All right. Derek Boyko wins what looks to be his win in a matchup.
Yep. A
Wins.
thrilling time is in my immediate future.
We were here. It happened immediately.
Happened.
He ends up winning 2-1 over Adam Ruprecht in his blue-white flash deck. I mean, obviously a fantastic weekend for Adam, but he will not be playing in the elimination rounds. Derek will.
Yep.
We're going to have at least one Zombies deck in the top 8 of Star City Games Seattle.
And I don't know exactly how the tournament's broken down, because we haven't seen everything as the standings have progressed. Not decks, what decks are near the top of the standings. But certainly on camera, the aggressive decks have had a very fine showing today.
Yes, yes. Now, I don't. What match did you cover an aggressive deck while I was away on break?
Oh no, it was Angel Serenity Thrytos Hell.
Oh, okay. Everyone's favorite area.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Just hours of someone's dead on turn 6, but doesn't actually die until turn 30.
Yeah. Gonna grind you all the way down.
Into a nub.
Yeah.
Until there's nothing left. It's a pile of dust on a chair.